Hello, welcome to the Wizard Wenzel YGO video. In this video, I'm going to be showing off two separate combos that you can pull off using just one Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sac. This is an older card from 2013, used in Dragon Rulers back in the day, if you guys remember that, or you're even playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time, but used to be a very scary card, hasn't been scary in 9 years. But now it's going to be able to pull off some pretty cool combos in any deck that can make two level 7s very easily. Namely, one upcoming deck is Kashtira, which will be a pretty meta contender when Photon Hypernova comes out next month. But before we get into the combos, if you haven't subscribed already, I'd really appreciate it if you did. It really supports the channel, really helps me get to my goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers. And you'll also be notified whenever I make any new Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. So, let's get into the combo. For this one, our two level 7 sort of engine is Kashtira's. So we have a Kashtira Unicorn, and any level 7 will get us there. Alternatively, when Photon Hypernova comes out, Fenrir will be a one-card combo into this, because you're going to be able to search something like Kashtira Tearlaments, which can summon from hand, and then you'll have your two level 7s. So how we pull it off, because we control no monsters, we can summon Unicorn, use Unicorn effect, search a copy of Kashtira Birth. And I apologize for the sort of different colored sleeves. I just kind of threw things together from other decks to show off these combos. So next, you're going to activate Kashtira Birth, which can allow a normal summon a level 7 without tributing. So we're normal Fenrir. Unfortunately, in this combo, we can't use Fenrir's effect because we're going to be going into adventure stuff. So you overlay into your Draco Sac, and then you're going to detach one to summon your two level 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. Because we have two level 3 tokens, we're going to be able to link those off to go into a Cherubini Dark Angel of the Burning Abyss. With that, we can dump any level 3 from our deck. So we're going to use that to dump a Water Enchantress of the Temple. Next, you can activate Water Enchantress effect, banishing it to add a Rite of Armiseer from deck to hand. So Rite is the reason that you couldn't use the normal summon Fenrir's effect, because you can't activate normal summon effects the turn you activate Rite. So you activate Rite, it's going to summon your adventure token, and then place a Faithful Adventure from deck. So at this point, you would have 3 more cards in hand. So you could just use Faithful Adventure to search the Wandering Griffin Rider now. But an alternative way is you can link the Cherubini and the Draco Sac off into a generic link 2. In this case, let's say we have a Sprite Sprint, and then trigger Faithful Adventure effect to add the Draco back, the Rideable Dragon. Next, you're going to use Faithful Adventure effect, add Wandering Griffin Rider, then discard the Draco back effect to equip it to your Adventure token. Now, you can go Griffin Rider effect, special from hand because you control Adventure token. So, with all that, you've put up a negate, which is something that the Kashtira deck really struggles with, and that's going to stop those things like Book of Eclipse or Swords of Concealing Light. It's going to flip your Shangri-La face down. So, Sprint kind of hints at what the other combo is, but let's get prepped for that now. The second combo starts the exact same way. It's just two level 7s, so we'll do the same thing. Unicorn effect to add Birth. Then you're going to activate Birth. Birth effect, some Fenrir. In this combo, we are able to use the Fenrir. In this pile of cards, I didn't put another Kashtira monster, but you would be able to use this to search another Fenrir in this case. So let's pretend that we do that, and then we overlay into our Draco Sac. We Draco Sac, summon 2 tokens, and use those tokens to go into Cherubini Dark Angel of the Burning Abyss. With that, we're going to use Cherubini's effect to send a King of the Swamp from deck to grave. So this inspiration, or the inspiration for this, came from OCG refusing to let Tearlaments die, where they're playing like this combo to get to Tearlaments fusions. So I'm going to show how you can do exactly that. Once you have King of the Swamp in the grave, which can act as any fusion material when it's in hand, grave, or field, we're going to link 2 into Sprite Sprint. We're going to use Sprint effect to dump a level 2 to dump a Tearlaments Merly. Merly effect will then activate. We're able to use the Merly effect to fuse with King of the Swamp, and you have 2 options you can go into. You can go into Tearlaments Ruthless, or you can go into the Grapha Dark World Fusion. Either way, you're going to get a negate, either it's summon negate, or as long as you have a card in hand, essentially an Omni negate without saying the word negate on it. So both options are pretty good for setting up something to interrupt your opponent's plays when you're playing Kashtira. So out of these two combos, I think the Adventure one's better. I think Adventure Kashtira is going to be an interesting deck, especially because things like Griffin Rider and Illegal Knight are both level 7, so they can help be extenders if you already have the token up. Because obviously, this effect of someone with no card on field clashes with your Kashtiras. But that's all I have for the video, so if you liked it, be sure to leave a like. If you have recommendations how to improve these combos or other things you can do to help you play Kashtira better, be sure to comment those below. And I will see you guys in the next video.